Ladies and gentlemen, there's a darkness lurking beneath the polished smiles of those who believe the world revolves around them. It isn't simply arrogance, it's a pathology, a deep-rooted psychological predator cloaked in charm. And if you don't recognize the signs, you won't just lose your time, you'll lose yourself. They don't merely believe they're superior, they assume it as if it's an immutable fact of nature. The narcissist walks through the world with the unshakable conviction that they are exceptional, above critique, above the rules, and certainly above you. But this conviction, this mask of dominance, is not the product of genuine self-worth. It's a brittle construct, a desperate psychological fortress built to guard the frightened child hiding inside, a child who was perhaps once humiliated, dismissed, or wounded in ways they never fully processed. So instead of confronting that pain, they crafted a new identity: invulnerable, grandiose, untouchable. They must be the best because the alternative is unbearable. This superiority complex isn't benign. It's not simply confidence taken too far. It's dangerous because it distorts reality. When a narcissist walks into a room, they don't see equals. They see tools, threats, or mirrors. You're useful to the extent that you reflect their greatness, or you're disposable. You are never seen for who you are. You're filtered through their need to dominate, to be the smartest, the most attractive, the most admired. And if your presence challenges that in any way, if you're competent, confident, or even just calmly self-assured, they will perceive you not as a person, but as a threat to their constructed identity. And threats must be neutralized. This is where the chilling part begins. Because when their illusion of superiority is threatened, narcissists do not retreat into self-reflection or humility. They attack, sometimes with subtle sarcasm, sometimes with outright humiliation, sometimes with carefully orchestrated campaigns to destroy your reputation behind your back, all while maintaining their charming facade. They must win, not out of malice per se, but because losing would collapse their entire self-image. And make no mistake, this superiority is not driven by true strength. It's driven by fear. Deep down, they are terrified that if the world stops feeding them admiration, they will cease to exist in any meaningful way. So when you're dealing with a narcissist, you're not engaging with someone who merely sees themselves as gifted or confident. You're dealing with someone who has built their entire identity on a lie they must defend at all costs.